Join the Artificers cast as we play The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Okay, right, let's crack on then. Okay, so where we left it last week, Borges had managed to persuade two enormous boa constrictor snakes. They were absolutely huge, probably 30 plus foot long snakes. Managed to convince them to head back to where they came from, with the promise of various appendages being added to them when they got there. Which was a neat use of the spell. Kidlat and Jezal had rescued Sir Talavar and carried him down in his cage to the ground floor of the very slanty tower that you happen to be in at the moment. Yeah, and that's pretty much where we left it. Borges, or George rather, you were suggesting perhaps at some point having a rest. I think at the last time. And I'll
because
just say
you've
been at the Witchlight Carnival for a good 4 or 5 hours, and you've probably been here for another 2 or 3. So
when was the last time we slept?
Yeah. The night before the Witchlight Carnival.
Yeah, the commute to the Witchlight Carnival is taken.
So you've probably all been awake for about 24 hours by now. Anywho, you cut a path through the brambles at the back of the tower where it was leaning over the most. Out of the door, there's still lots of brambles, but you can probably, with a little bit of effort, cut your way through those if you wanted to make your way there. But I will leave the rest up to you. What do you want to do? I'm not sure. Kidlat and Jezal, did you know the snakes had gone? I think you did.
Oh, yeah.
You looked out the door, I think. Did you not?
I think we were still inside, weren't we?
I thought Jezal...
Well, I peeked at the door, and the snakes were gone.
Yeah.
And then we searched the room, and that was it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jezal, next time you look at Kidlat, you think, she suddenly looks a little bit stronger than she did as she walked down the stairs.
Yeah, kind of flex my calves a little bit.
It's almost like she suddenly got some more ability points.
Wow.
Okay, that's not. That's not.
You want to do it one more time?
Yeah. Yeah. What did you add? So strength. Okay, strength is 12. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. Right. Over to you.
Yeah, so just heading out, really. Back the way we came, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to go back up? So you're going to, because the front door is covered with brambles. So you're going to climb. You've got the cage on your back, which is going to make things trickier.
How long is it going to take to get us brambles?
I mean, if you work from both ends, probably 20 minutes or so.
Is anyone able to create a fire and just fucking light it up?
I believe I have a tinderbox.
Everything's wet, though.
Oh, you can try it. He's a dwarf.
It's all wet everywhere, isn't it?
Did you say I can dry it because I'm a dwarf? Yeah, I'll just use my beard as a towel.
I said you can try it.
That's how it works.
I said try it.
Yeah.
Actually, doesn't someone have a spell that they get rid of water?
Yeah, about that. I am tired. I am a tired furbog. I was wondering how you would all feel about taking a nap, maybe, or maybe more than a nap, sleep. Maybe within the tower that seems to have been cleared. Yeah, maybe we should try and get through those brambles and use that as a little bit of a place to catch our breath.
Hatch the remaining brambles with my axe.
George, you might want to have a look at control flames. I'm just giving you a hint there.
I've got I think I need someone to strike the flame.
Yes.
So I think
Rukito.
Rukito, maybe if you give that a go.
What?
Tinderbox. Yeah.
Do we want to try it out here?
Near the we'll explain first to Kidlat and Giselle. Make them move out of the way, and then we'll
blow up in their face.
I think, but I got a strange feeling that it'll only go about 5 feet. So maybe we'll wander over to the entrance and
I think maybe do it a little bit closer.
Yeah.
The thing with the cantrips, that's just out of game here, just because obviously you're new to this. Cantrips can be cast at will. So although it's an action, you could effectively just cast it and then cast it again, the next action, and then the next action. So what I'm saying to you is you would be able to kind of you would be able to expand the flame, because if you set the brambles on light using a torch or something, and then did that, you just go, right, control flames, push it 5 foot, and then push it another 5 foot, and then push it another 5 foot until you burn to what you want it to. That's kind of how cantrips work at the 0 level. It is basically you're unlimited on them, and there's no rest in between any of those. So
okay, well, let's do that then. Seeing as we can do it indefinitely.
You can instantly extinguish the flames as well. So
good, so we don't torch the tower.
Perfect.
That was a concern of mine. I don't want it to just suddenly go.
That's a very neat shape. That's a very neat little spell, that, actually.
Yeah, there are lots in there. It was very hard to choose. So
no, but both those cantrips are pretty neat.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Right.
Cool.
I will stop making suggestions over time as you get more used to your characters.
Please don't. George, you've never used your cantrips.
George,
should we? Yeah, should we go and give that a go?
Yeah. Cool. Right, I'll get my tinder box out. I was going to say my timber box. My tinder box out, and I will strike it to see. Hopefully, some sparks will fly for George to use.
Remember to swipe right.
Yeah. If you don't swipe right, it doesn't light.
All right. I swipe right on the tinder box.
If you like, you need.
And I hope I get a reply.
You get a reply.
It goes up in flames. You get flamed. You need to light a torch, really, to get a decent fire for warheads to work with.
Yeah.
Cool.
Could you set that on the brambles? Would that be?
Right. I will try setting my torch alight then, because I've also got one of those.
Which you can easily do. Yeah. Sorry.
There we go.
You can easily do that. So you hold the torch, and if you hold it towards the brambles, then George, you can do your thing.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
I thought it was just sparks that George could use. I didn't realize it was a proper flame. That's fine. That was my misunderstanding.
Okay.
All right. I will torch by torch for George to use.
Okay. And then I'm gonna cast my control flames, and just make the fire a bit bigger. Try and push it 2.5 feet in either direction to make a clearing for us for the brambles.
Nice. Well, that you get a nice roaring fire going there. Actually, it dries you out a little bit as well if you stand near it from the heat of the fire.
Start fanning my beard.
Quite a conflagration. Those of you inside
What's
the tower,
going on?
I smell smoke.
There is a lot of smoke. It's very damp, but the fire is fanned by this magic, and gradually it burns the brambles in a nice even 5 foot wide path towards the elevated front door. So I'm assuming as it gets close, you would want to stop that.
Yep, and then as it's opening up, then I'll stop that once we can kind of pass through.
Okay, fine. Yeah, perfect.
Cool.
Yeah, that saved you a lot of muscle,
Hacking and
hacking and all that sort of stuff.
Cutting off.
Yeah. The smell of burning brambles fills the air for a while. There's a smoke kind of it drifts away very slowly. There's hardly a breeze in the place, and it's quite dank and dank. So it takes a while to dissipate, but that's fine. You see the door ahead of you. It's elevated off the ground. Trying to estimate, it's probably, given the lean of the tower, the door itself is probably a good sort of 10 feet off the ground. So yeah.
I think should we go in?
Go in.
Yep. I'm thinking a good place for a rest would be a place that's kind of covered over like this, if that's what we want to do.
Yeah, I'm cool to rest inside. See if we can find.
So we're going to go for a rest then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I cast.
You might want to.
I cast. I cast all my spells.
Okay, what are you going to do? Tell us what you do.
Claps. It's like, what the hell are you doing?
Actually, guys, I think we should go. We should carry on.
I cast.
Yeah, I've just decided.
Tasha's hideous laughter on Rukito.
Okay, can you show us the spell so he has to make the saving throw on that?
Oh.
Cool. Okay, so Rukito, would you make a wisdom save, please? Yeah. You suddenly just start laughing uncontrolled. This is deja vu for you. Well, it's not even deja vu. Actually. You absolutely. But inside the tower, you hear there's kind of like a strum on a lute and a few sort of sing-song words, and suddenly Rukito is starting to laugh, and Rukito, you're on the ground, laughing uncontrollably.
It hurts.
You laugh. It does hurt.
I'm only going to let it last for 5 seconds, and then I'm going to stop it.
Okay. Okay.
And then, do you know what? I want to keep the rest of my spells a secret, so.
Ooh. So we just know that he can influence our minds.
We'll just do that, and then I'll just say, Rukito, you're looking a little bit down there, pal. So I thought I'd give you a little smile. Put a smile on your face.
Yeah. It's not meant to be,
away, holding my
a
stomach.
pleasant experience. It's not a pleasant experience, but anyway.
Yeah, I do
Okay,
not
very
know
good.
that. I'm convinced that when I just see people laughing, I'm like, oh yeah, like this spell's great.
Yeah.
Like
and
I'm
more-
yet to use it in combat.
Right.
I use it on my friends.
Love it. This is how we get the party started, right?
Yeah.
Every good time.
Yeah.
This is how you get good audience feedback when you're telling some stories and things. You just cast it on somebody and they start laughing, and everybody starts laughing. It's perfect. Okay, love it. Okay, very good. Okay, Rukito, I don't know if you want to make any kind of response to that, but
I don't really have anything to retaliate with other than just like being able to hunch over, just clenching my abs, just going.
very good. Okay, all right. It didn't last very long anyway, so
No.
it was over. It was over very quickly. All right. Okay, so Harry, you just need to get up into this door somehow.
Yep.
I mean,
Borges, throw me.
Borges is nearly tall enough to.
Yeah.
In fact, if you stand about 7 to 8 feet tall, your arms will easily reach up to kind of the ledge to pass people up.
Borges,
if
could
can
you
lift them over your
give
head.
us a hand, please?
Yeah, I'll do some passing.
I like
Okay.
put my arms up like a 4-year-old, and it's just like pick me up.
How much? Okay, Borges, can you do a strength check?
Yeah.
Just to lift them, because you've got to lift these people up over you, basically above head height.
I think I'm
to,
like 74 kilos.
I'm a heavy boy.
Yeah, come
Oh,
no,
no, that was a strength save.
Oh.
Yeah, do a strength check. Yeah, so just click on your plus. Yeah, still not Not much better, no. Yeah, you have to try it. You have to reposition yourself again, and then you get to do it on the second try. You put your legs into it this time. You just try a complete lift without any legs into it, but this time you kind of have to bend and was it clean and jerk kind of thing?
Clean and jerk, yeah.
Yeah. And you just kind of.
I lay Rikito down and put him in a snatch position, and then
and
thrust him.
Yikes.
No, he barely leaves the ground. So you're gonna.
I'm sorry, it's all those bars.
I'm just gonna kind of lean over as George is bending over Rikito, and I'm just gonna, hey, Rikito, do you think you could just try and throw me up there, please?
All right.
I think. No, it's true. He hasn't got either of you up there. Rikito, yeah. Why not Rikito?
Yeah, Rikito, can you just try and throw me up there, please?
All right. Strength through.
Yeah.
Strength. That one.
Oof.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you get enough to. How tall are you, Zygon?
5'11".
5'11". Yeah, he gives you a good shove up, but doesn't quite. You don't quite get far enough up. It's close though.
I blame the soggy ground. I'm sorry.
You're gonna.
If you try and do a little bit of a jump as well, if you try and coordinate it,
I'll add a bit of acrobatics into it.
Then you can add an advantage to the next one, Rikito. So
all right,
you roll it twice.
Hey.
So I want you to coordinate your 1, 2, 3, please, or whatever you're going to do.
Okay.
All right. On the count of 3.
Oh.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, on the count of 3.
1,
2,
3. Yeet.
Yeah, you both, and then you get flung right up there. This time you easily kind of get your arms onto the top.
As I feel the strength behind it, I'm gonna try and turn this into a double twist front flip.
Okay.
20.
Oh,
Nice. Okay.
There's me just underneath going, thank God.
So what you did was he had you under 1 foot, okay?
Yeah.
To give you that kind of lift. So then you really pushed off. So yeah, it's like standing on a springboard when he threw you up there. Yeah. So
and I lead the spin with my unicorn horn that we all remember is still attached. And my cape kind of flies in the wind.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
You setting that on fire.
Okay. So it's just Rikito to get up there now. So give it one more.
Got any rope?
Oh yeah.
Well, if you jump, if you do a jump up, so I did find out to jump high, you jump 3. You can jump 3 feet plus your strength modifier. So you can kind of jump. You can jump up 7 feet.
What the fuck? Jesus Christ!
Because you've got a strength of 18.
Right.
So if you just get a little bit of help from Borges, he'll probably be able to get advantage, Borges, on that thing because he can. Rikito's a strong boy.
Yeah, I put my hands together as I've seen in my Dwarven Plyometrics program that I've been subscribed to for a long time. I know that he's going to be good at this. So shall we use strength? Is that?
Do the strength thing again with advantage. Yeah.
Okay, was 1.
I assume I did strength as well.
10 and. Oh no, 6 and 10. Oh,
6 and 10. God. But you know what? You didn't need to get him that far because he's got such power in those dwarven legs of his that he actually you have to cling on to the edge, but you can pull yourself up and over Rikito once you get there. Okay, because once it gets up there, you can almost, because there's so much power, you can almost lift him. It's Okay, Borges, it's just you to get up there, which you can do if you kind of jump and scramble your way up. If nobody's going to give you a hand.
I'll go for an undignified jump scramble. That sounds.
I'll try and reach down and grab him if he needs to.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you
Cool.
could. You already? How tall are you already? 8 foot, 7 foot, and your
Somewhere in
strength.
there, yeah.
So you get a +2. So you can launch yourself up about 5 foot anyway, which is going to give you good purchase with a little bit of help from your friends. They kind of grab hold of your top of your shoulders as you go over the edge of the thing, and you can gracefully or not put one leg over the side and then kind of roll up onto the platform there, and you're all up.
Hey, nice.
Well done.
I was expecting like a Gandalf and Balrog moment. Fly, you fools.
Yeah, I did see my fate being gliding down this.
Falls into the mud.
It's interesting because as you do get up into the tower there, you notice then the water level seeming to be rising very quickly below the in the swamp again. So yeah, it's good timing because the water seems to be rising once again very quickly. Okay. So when you get in, you three, you notice on Gisele's back is a silver cage with a, well, I can only describe
it on the floor.
Oh, you put him on the floor. Okay.
Well, I guess when we were waiting, I was sort of chopping some of the bramble
Yes.
From the inside, so he was on the floor already.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, you notice in this sort of silver cage a violet covered, well, what you can only describe as a miniature dragon, but it's got kind of butterfly wings instead of the normal sort of wings that you would see, and he kind of stands up in the cage and gives you a very flourishing bow. Greetings, fellows, and may I add my thanks to you as well for the timely rescue.
Oh my god!
To whom have I the honour of speaking?
I like run over, and I'm like, I'm Zygon, known far and wide in the previous realm that we were in that I've forgotten the name of, as the most wonderfully talented performing bard of the age, I believe. I heard someone say that just before I came here, actually. Very nice to meet you.
At the words of this.
I bow super low until my unicorn horn touches the floor.
An absolute honour to meet you. I have known many a bard in my travels. We have many in the Sealy Court and in the Court of the Summer Queen, where I'm from. Yes, many a great story as well. Quite a few written about me, no less.
Wow. Well, I would tell you what, that's a dream of mine to perform in front of the Summer Queen in the old court there.
Well.
Yeah, again, a couple of people have suggested that's probably what I should be, kind of where I should be. But, you know, enough of me and my thousands of fans. You didn't actually say your name?
I do apologise. I'm Sir Talavar.
Sir Talavar. Wonderful
Sir
to meet
Talavar.
you, and I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to write a song about how you heroically crashed that balloon into a leaning tower.
Well, let me tell you, it wasn't just me that crashed it, in fact. It was a daring and dashing escape.
I get my notebook out.
Perhaps we can talk about it. Let me first just introduce myself to your other two companions. I see there's a furbolg among you. Greetings.
I'd do a big wave. Big wave.
Hello.
Hello. It is a while since I've seen one of the great and noble, and may I say very gentle furbolgs. It is an honour and a privilege to meet you, sir. And last but not least, no pun intended, I see a dwarf as well.
Hello, I'm Rikito. I look questioningly, that's not the word, at this thing in the cage, and I apologize and say I literally grew under a rock What are you?
What? Oh, I do apologise. I'm sure some of these, yes, some of you will know, of course. But yeah, no, I am a fairy dragon.
Okay, I've never seen anything like you before. Well, it's nice to meet you. What did you say your
very
name
nice
was?
to meet you too. Sir Talavar.
Sir Talavar.
Yes. Knight errant of the court of the Summer Queen. Here on a very important mission. Yes. Plenty of adventures I've had on the way too. But anyway, I don't suppose any of you can get me out of this cage, can you? Seems to be magical. None of my spells are working.
Oh, I don't have magic. I would have said something about like my little, my toolkit, but I don't think it will work.
Okay. Has Kidlat already tried?
Yeah, I've tried.
To open the cage? Yeah. Yeah. I think you got the idea that you probably couldn't open it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there anything like specific we need, or can we just kind of like? I mean, I'm assuming the other guys have already tried it, right? So Talavar.
Well, I mean, I've tried breaking it, and we tried on the way here to smash the lock off with a hammer, but everything just bounced off it. It's I do know there's a key somewhere around abouts. Well, not here, but
Axio key.
Yes.
It has a ward on it that prevents that spell.
The key comes flying through and embeds in your temple. And you just drop dead on the floor.
Dumbledore!
And then they can manipulate your head in the lock with the key sticking out of the temple. So, anyway, that would be funny.
I guess we need to get this key then.
Yeah.
Sir Talavar, pray tell location of thine most gracious, precious key to unlock thee from this prison.
Good sir, I do like the manner of thy speech.
By the way, I was like, I had my notepad and my pen behind my back, and I was writing down every word I was saying to him, just like as part of my song that I'm writing for him. Yeah.
Thou shall find said key to the east of here. Last time in a place called Telemy Hill. I believe there's a young goblin there who makes a habit of collecting keys. Poor thing. I hear she's okay, but I do happen to know she has the key to this cage.
Is she friendly?
Yes, I believe so.
What's the name of this goblin?
The hill itself is also friendly.
Why would key makes no sense?
The hill is friendly. I mean, you know, the hill. It moves around.
What?
And you've never heard of it? Oh, well, Telemy Hill, yes. Telemy Hill, yes. Well, it's a very large hill that just occasionally decides, you know, to wander the land and plonk itself down.
It sounds like the hill for me.
So currently it's east?
It's east, yes.
But at some point it won't be east?
I mean, I guess every now and again it decides to move. I don't know how long it's been there. I could see it from when we were up high in the balloon.
Oh, bloody hell.
Rising above the mist, yes.
Then, Sir Talavar, we shall go out on this noble quest to find the key to unlock thee, and then you can take us to the Summer Queen Court, where I can perform my song of you and your daring and brave adventures.
Well, that sounds like an...
Sure, Zagin, but there was also the small matter of Zebil now, right?
Right, I look over. Okay, just let me have this one thing. Let's deal with the other things in a minute. I just look back at Sir Talavar. Oh, Sorry about that. Rude.
Well, I have no doubt that should you manage to free me, in the good Fae tradition, I will be able to impart a gift to you. But I have no doubt that the Summer Queen herself, Titania, will provide you with some sort of reward. And well, if you seek an audience with her, perhaps when you have managed to find your way out of this place and perhaps unraveled the mysteries of what is going on, yes, maybe.
Wonderful.
I've-
And my friend actually does have a good point. Have you seen Zybilna? I guess the original reason why we were here, actually. now that I think about it.
Really? Well, likewise. I too was sent here by Titania, the Summer Queen, in order to find Zybilna and ask her to join us in our battle against the wicked and evil Fomorians, our ancient enemies. But when I got here, what did I find? What did I find indeed? Tragedy, disaster. What has happened to Prismia? I wondered. And then it became clear. The hags.
I need to find a hag.
I spin around at Rikito, and I'm like, hey,
That's the
there are
dwarven,
more important things than your love life, boy.
Sir Talavar just goes, sort of chuckles and goes, well, each to their own, my friend, but you may want to think twice before seeking to swipe right, is it? On
Oh. Our dwarf is incapacitated again. That same spell's done him in lingering effects.
Hideous laughter, I can hear.
I wondered, Sir Talavar, there were some snakes outside.
Oh,
Sent
yes.
by someone whose name I can't remember. I didn't write down.
Bavlorna
Yeah.
Blightstraw, yes. She who
Bavlorna.
managed to capture me. Oh, I cannot believe I fell for her tricks and her traps. But yes, she caught me, and when I escaped with dear, I've forgotten what his name is. Hang on, out of game. Who's the person he travelled with? Wigglewog.
Yeah.
With dear Wigglewog, one of the brave bullywogs who managed to help me escape. Yes.
Hmm. Well, we sent them going on their way. What also is going on with the water? Do you know what? Is this normal? The water levels? Should we be concerned about?
Things seem to have gone extremely wrong here in Prismia. I mean, Prismia is huge. It's much bigger than just this area as you're in now. I mean, it used to be one realm. It appears to have been divided between the three hag sisters. But yes, I can only assume from what I heard from the bullywogs in Downfall, which is where Bavlorna's hideaway is, that yes, things are going rather wrong here, and the rising and falling of the waters seems to have become very much more random and erratic.
Guess that makes your hot air balloon quite useful then.
Indeed, sir, indeed, the only way to properly escape. Yes.
What kind of condition is your hot air balloon in? Is it serviceable, or is it a wrap for hot air balloon currently?
Ask Giselle and Kidlat that question.
I don't know, is it damaged?
Yeah, we didn't really explore.
Yeah, I
we
don't know.
didn't check the condition. I do know there is a dead frog in there.
More than a frog, dear lady, but yes. as indeed you are, may I say, more than a cat.
I'm gonna look over at Kidlat like.
No, we don't know Giselle, do we?
I would say it's completely wrecked. I mean,
You'd
we were
think they'd have been
attacked
able
by
to see that,
some
wouldn't you?
ill wind, and when we hit the tower, it did seem to rather pop and deflate very rapidly. But who knows? We'd need marsh gas as well to fill it up with. I mean, I know they have them in Downfall, but well, you can have a look if you see. I'm not sure how we would get it down, but feel free. Are you planning on staying here for a while then?
Was feeling quite sleepy.
Yeah. Started curling up as well.
Okay, well, I need a toilet break, so we'll take a very quick break here, just so I can do that, and I'm not hopping around on one foot going, yeah, you go to sleep, whatever. Yeah, fine, you win, okay? Right, I'm going. It's your level 6 now, fine. Okay, I need the toilet. Okay, so I'll be back in a minute, and then we'll do your sleep routine.
Cool.
Right,
We'll
cool.
sing lullaby. Okay.
Bedtime routine.
Hamish, since I know about fates, what kind of magic do they do, those guys? Those dragons? Those fairy dragons?
What kind of magic?
Yeah, what kind of magic?
Well, actually, yeah, you are Fae, aren't you? So you would know that the fairy dragons have different colours, and that's that the colours change as they get older, and the violets are the oldest, if you like, of the dragons. So they're at least 50 years old, possibly way more than that. And what happens is that well, they have excellent invisibility skills.
Yeah.
They can talk to other dragons telepathically, other fairy dragons telepathically. They're quite hard to hit with magic. They have a natural resistance to magic itself, but also they have, if you like, an innate spell casting. So as they get older, they know more spells as well.
Okay.
So yeah, and
Okay,
you notice that this one, Sir Talavar carries a very nice looking little sword,
Yeah.
nice dagger. So he can also fight with a sword, and they have a breath weapon as well. So I'm wondering for Giselle whether actually perhaps you've spent a very long time in the Witchlight Carnival. So although you're probably your Fae origin, I wonder how. I was going to suggest that perhaps this feels very much like you've been away for an awfully long time from the actual. The carnival has been your home for years and years and years, almost to the point where you've forgotten kind of which part of the Feywild you grew up in and all those sort of things. But coming back here, memories are starting to kind of, pop back in. You're beginning to recall some of the things that you know about the Feywild itself. Like you say, you kind of, on seeing Sir Talavar, these memories of what these little fairy dragons are capable of has come back to you. Mention of the Summer Queen and the Sealy Court and the Fomorians, all kind of sparking little memories for you that come back as part of your kind of heritage that perhaps has been buried for a while anyway.
Hello.
Hello. All right. Everybody else back?
Back.
You're
Oui.
back. Okay.
Is it George?
So I can relax now. Good. Okay.
I'm back.
George is there.
Oh boy.
Okay. So you're beginning to settle down for the night, yes?
Yes.
So Talavar says, "Oh, this is marvelous. I don't suppose any of you have any food, do you? I'm rather peckish."
Boarhead sounds like he's got some.
Yeah, I'll give Sir Talavar some of my.
Okay, and you guys probably all want to eat your ration that you've brought with you as well. So you'll need to do that. He does say that there's actually plenty of really good things to eat that can be found still, even with under the hag's influence of Hither, where you are now. A little bit of searching around. If you've got a little bit of knowledge of nature or some survival instincts about you pretty quickly be able to find some food to replenish what you've kindly shared with him and eaten yourselves. So perhaps he suggests perhaps before you head off in the morning, if indeed that is what you're going to do, you may go on a little bit of a scavenge for some food.
Okie dokie.
Just,
Yeah.
so you don't get too hungry. Nothing worse than wondering adventure on an empty stomach, I say.
Yeah.
Okay, so the process of resting. So you have a short rest and a long rest. Apologies for those of you who know this. The short rest tends to be 4 hours, and the long rest is at least 8 hours. And it's supposed to be actual rest. So you're not, practicing your sword techniques, or walking miles and miles and miles, or running around, or doing any of those things. You kind of sat down, you're chilling out, watching Netflix, and then and ideally having a sleep, and that allows you to recharge basically. So on your character sheets, if you we'll go through it, but basically if you click on the long rest, and I'm assuming you're going to try and sleep for 8 hours, although it's always twilight here, you can probably settle down for a good long rest. That will kind of reset a whole load of things in your character sheet, particularly spells. For those of you who have used spells,
Oh,
you
that's interesting.
you should find that resets, so then you can. Now, sometimes you can prepare new spells each day, but I don't know about druids. So if you think, do you know what? I wish I hadn't got that one. I want to think about another one, but I don't know if that applies to druids, so we need to look that up.
Okay.
If you've lost any hit points, generally with a long rest, you get those back. And some of you've got those special features and traits as well. Again, if you've used those, they will all reset either after a short rest or a long rest. The key thing is if you get attacked in the middle of the night, that interrupts your rest, and you'd have to kind of start again at another point. So it's a lot better than a lot easier than it used to be in the old editions of D&D, when your hit points didn't really recover unless you actually got healed.
I just took a long
spend
rest,
weeks.
and my hit points went from 17 to 15. Like my max hit points. Just guys, don't do it.
You're a complex guy,
He had a really bad dream.
Before you hit your long rest, if it does, just make a note of your hit points, because something went a bit weird with your hit points, didn't it, Cam, on Zygon? So just go back in and edit them and put them back up to 17.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Not 70.
Okay.
Imagine.
Long rest.
It's just
Not yet.
the tank now.
It will happen. You will end up with hundreds of hit points, some of you. But, so you share some food. So Talavar's very, very chatty, very positive. Loves to explain and talk, to tell stories of the Summer Court as well. But during all of these, he also he can tell you a little bit about where you are and what appears to have happened here. So he explains that Bavlona Blightstraw, who is the hag who seems to be in control of Hither, lives in a spooky cottage on stilts at the heart of Downfall, which is a bullywug settlement, kind of to the northwest of here. Now, the bullywugs themselves, like my dear Wigglewog, who helped me escape, they're very courteous and welcoming, providing, of course, like all of us, no one offends them. But yes, they themselves are quite friendly and quite accommodating. She tells you about Bavlorna herself. She is hideous, almost frog-like in appearance. And well, she's got 2 sisters, but she loathes them and they loathe her. But somehow between them, they formed a coven called the Hourglass Coven. Now, I believe they have used an artifact called, what is it? Igwil's Cauldron. Igwil's Cauldron, yes. And they've managed to freeze time in Zabilna's palace and trapped her inside. And a bit later on, he goes back to the story as well. If you're taking notes, that's good. Well done.
Sorry for clickety-clacketing.
No, good. Somebody ought to take notes.
Yeah.
And another little bit of information is, at one point it goes, Bavlorna, Some people call her Lorna, by the way. That probably annoys her a lot if you want to annoy her. Anywho, she has this ability. She doesn't trust anybody, really. But she conjures tiny little minions that look like miniature versions of herself. Quite disgusting, really. You see them running around doing all sorts of little errands for her.
So what was your plan when you went to see her?
Well, I didn't intend to. I came here fully expecting Prismere to be the wonderful, amazing, beautiful place that it always has been under the rule of Zybilna. I was taken quite by surprise when I arrived here, noticing that the Queen's Way was completely destroyed, and the Queen's Way, the big causeway thing with the arches in. Do you know? Yes, you must have seen that.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, it didn't take her long to track me. I sought an audience with her because obviously I needed to take this information back. But as soon as she realised that I had come from Titania herself and was a representative of the Summer Court, well, before I could say it, she tricked me into this cage and was planning to keep me there for, well, I don't know how long. Forever, I suppose.
Okay.
I was going to ask a question about the Buzz Lorna. You mentioned her sisters. Buzz Lorna lives in a house on stilts. Do you know where her sisters are, or are they all in the same place?
No. One good thing is they cannot abide each other's company. I mean, they do have to get together occasionally, and they do have to cooperate. I mean, somehow they've managed to take Prismere over, but they've clearly divided it up between them. So I can only assume that her sisters are elsewhere in here. One would assume that's what I can hear, that there are perhaps two other realms now where there was just one.
Okay.
And he's going to ask you, so may I ask, perhaps all of you, why are you all here?
Well, as I said, I need to find a hag. They stole something from me when I was a child, and I wanted to try and get it back. So, assuming that Buzz Lorna is probably one of these sisters, it is either possibly her or one of the sisters, which is why I was wondering where they were.
Ah, I see. Yes. Well, that's a very common thing. How came you to lose this precious item?
I got into the carnival without a ticket, and I think from that point onwards, something was taken from me, and it was a childhood toy.
Well, yes, that sounds like that. Carry on.
Do you know about the carnival?
I've heard of the carnival, the Witchlight Carnival. Yes. Do you know it? Is that where you've come from?
Well, we are all coming. We were there a few hours ago, so we are coming from the support.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, so what's well, perhaps you, it's Giselle, isn't it? Why are you here?
Well, we're looking for the builder. The people who are running the festival pretty much sent us. Yeah.
Oh. So there's concern beyond the Feywild, is there, for Zybilna's safety? That's good to know. Are you all here for the same purpose?
I'm also here to find Zybilna. Yep.
I'm kind of scratching my head, and I think I'm not really sure why I'm here, but I think I've lost something, although I have forgotten why.
Okay, that is all too common, I'm afraid. Yes, all too common. And my fine Furbolg friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Sir Talavar, are there other fairy dragons like you?
I mean, none like me. Yes, no, there are many. Yes, yes, there are many in the Feywild. Yes.
I had a dream a few nights ago, and I was visited by another fairy dragon. Looked like you, but she said that there was something or someone that needed to help, maybe a regal woman of some kind. Is who? Do you have any idea who maybe the fairy dragon could be? I'm guessing it wasn't you. It was a woman in my dream.
Can you remember what colour this dragon was? That might help me. Our colours change with age, you know. So violet, my own colour, represents the eldest and wisest of the fairy dragon species. And so, can you remember her colour at all? That may help.
No.
Sometimes
you would
dreams
think
are
I
like
would.
that, aren't they?
Yes, yes, they are. That's all right. I'm sure it'd be one of those things. You know it when you see it, kind of a thing.
Absolutely. Yes. Well, I mean, I think clearly somebody else has caught wind of what may be going on here in Prismere and has tried to find and send warnings far and wide and ask for help. If you are here to help, that would be magnificent.
We are those brave, gallant knights. Well, maybe not knights, but we're the brave, gallant party that will save Zubilna from these wicked hags or Rukito's girlfriend, depending which one happens first.
Well, I think what this realm needs is a party of brave, fearless, steadfast adventurers, and it looks like you might be those people. Yes, I like your spirit.
Anyway. I do like a little like made up salute. Like there's like a little bit of like there's a bit of flair, kind of like how he bowed to us.
Yep.
But also kind of like do like a double like foot stamp, and then a 360 spin, and I'm like that's like the party's salute that we do.
On your own.
And I look at everyone else being like, come on guys, this is for Sir Talavar, come
Once
on.
again, we don't react to what you do.
Does anybody follow suit?
I shake my head and start stroking my beard.
I see, Sir Zygon, you are the jester of the group, are you not? You're here.
Yes,
you are here
very much so.
to keep everybody's spirits up. Is that right?
That is one of my many roles of the group. Yes, one of the many hats I wear for these people.
But you can never have too much optimism, I say, and somebody has to keep morale up.
I mean, I do more than that, yep, but no,
No, I mean, you can't overestimate a good morale officer, somebody to shout from the back and give words of encouragement.
Oh, and also
That's
lead
what he
from
does.
the front.
He shouts,
also lead from the front.
He shouts from the back. I would say that is accurate. Yes.
I'm still trying to be super...
He can clap very loud as well.
Yeah.
Watch out though, yeah.
Play some merry songs when people are feeling a little bit down, maybe need a little bit of inspiration. Yes, marvellous, yes.
I do, yes, yeah.
Many a court musician graces the summer court indeed. I'm sure you would fit right in there. Maybe even be part of the summer court's orchestra, perhaps.
I kind of like freeze up a little bit, like I've kind of weed a bit. I'm like,
right.
Oh.
Okay, nice. Okay, very good. Okay, that's lovely. Very good. Okay, so all of this is going on as you're eating, and you found out, and he kind of, well, he's not pompous. He's just very positive and very upbeat, and lots of tales of their adventures and fighting the Fomorians, trying to put the trying to put their forces together now for this latest threat from them. The colours and the gaiety of the summer court itself, the beauty and wisdom of Tatiana, the summer queen, etc., etc., etc. So as the well, not the evening, but as you're all settling down, it's not the most comfortable place to sleep because it is on a bit of a tilt. Well, not a bit of a tilt, quite a big tilt. So you might have to kind of prop yourselves in a corner, which is kind of sleeping, sort of tilted back like that. In fact, actually, if you get into that position, it probably feels quite comfortable.
Yeah.
But a little bit of padding, legs slightly raised.
I'd like to use Rukito as a pillow. I think that would be appropriate. I'll put my head on Rukito's belly to keep me
Nice stroke
just
his hair.
perfect. Oh, that's nice. Out like a light.
Okay, so this furbulk head is pretty big. Oh, I was going to say also, if you wanted to try and dry some of your clothes out and things, you could probably, strip off some armor and hang some stuff over some various.
Are you suggesting that Rukito and Borges are now stripped off?
Well, I mean, Rukito's tummy may not be the most comfortable when it's wrapped in chainmail.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
That's what I say to Rukito.
You are still, well, especially Rukito, because obviously underneath the chainmail is a big padded vest, which is also soaking wet as well. So, as I say, if you wanted to dry out a bit, then you can.
I think that sounds wise. I think hang them up somewhere. Maybe Borges can dry them with some magic.
Yep. I'm with you. I'd like to. Maybe we should all hang up all our non-essential clothing, and I have a spell. I can dry it all off.
Straight to the point. I like it. Yeah.
Especially you, Rukito, please.
Okay. What are you going to use for that?
I'm going to use Druid Craft, which, puff of air. I think I can do that. Yeah, puff of wind.
Yes.
And maybe
a
couple of puffs even might do the trick.
Yeah, that came through a 30-foot borehead.
Yeah, that's what I was just like. Why can't I read this?
Oh, did I click the right thing?
I was wondering what you have to do to make it appear in there. Do you just click on the actual wording? Oh, that sounded like something came through. No, that just said 30-foot boreheads.
Displaying VTT virtual tabletop. No? This has not gone well.
Don't worry.
I just imagine him just shouting 30-foot boreheads.
It comes through on my side as well. How busy is that?
Guys, it works on my screen.
There's four of them. Yeah.
But anyway, yes, you can do that. You can just kind of sit there and you notice Borehead's kind of just lightly just kind of wafting his hands for a while as your clothes there, and the clothes are gently fluttering in this breeze that he's creating with his magic. So Talavar looks on wistfully. He says, "Oh, yes, I can't wait to get out of here and try my own magic again. Something in this cage is preventing it."
Ooh.
I would like to see his magic.
Yeah.
What kind of magic can you do? Or do you keep
various things, I can suggest things people may like to do, or this is a good one. Oh, well, sadly, I can't do it. Yeah. But create multiple copies of myself to confuse the enemy. That's a very fun one. I can move things with a magical hand. And I can even turn myself into something else, or somebody else into something else. But sadly, I'm unable to do any of those things at the moment. Right. I suggest that I keep watch tonight because, I've been stuck in this cage for a long time, and I'll be okay without any sleep. I've been doing nothing but resting. So if you feel like just shutting your eyes and letting me, I shall call out if if I hear anything untoward.
Sounds good. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Perfect. Well, okay. Well, good night, everybody, and sweet dreams.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, I sing everyone a lullaby. Of
Neverland.
course I sing everyone a lullaby. What am I
We're
doing?
all waiting for that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was going to say, of course you are. Yeah.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep on Rukito's belly.
Doesn't Giselle start crying at this point? Is that not
Yes,
the effect?
Go to sleep.
He's just crying himself to sleep.
You can hear him sobbing.
We have a busy day ahead. And then we're done.
Lovely. It's lovely. Very good. Okay. Well,
Long rest. I'm going to press it.
you are resting. Press your long rests. Recoup. A few hours later, you awaken and feel much refreshed and reinvigorated. Sir Talavar says, good sleep, everyone.
Good morning, Sir Talavar.
Stretch
I
my
woke
old
up trying to
dwarven
do
bones.
his voice and then immediately just thought, you know what? I can't do it.
Everybody, everybody slept well, and you notice the water has gone down overnight as well. So it's no longer.
That is lucky for his things. Yeah. That's, that it
Isn't
didn't
it
go up.
lucky?
Yeah.
Isn't it lucky? Gosh.
Yeah.
So, Telemy Hill then, shall we? Try and get this
Yeah, I think
blasted
so.
cage unlocked?
Let us go.
Onward.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Perfect.
I was.
Are we going to hunt food first, yeah? I'm rather peckish
Yeah.
again. We should probably get ourselves some breakfast and perhaps something for a bit later on.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
anyone...
I'm going to propose, yeah.
Did you say hunt for food or just find
Who's
food?
got
Well, scavenge.
survival?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Rukito
yeah.
does not.
Okay, so
Give me a
you
bit.
kind of, how are you going to carry the cage?
Borges.
Yeah. I feel like it's got a little ring on the top. Maybe I'll just thread my finger through the ring and I'll kind of carry him at, I guess, hip height. I'd also like to suggest, I had an idea overnight that we should probably have a name for our merry band, but I don't know what that name should be. But it felt like when we were introducing ourselves to Sir Talavar. Oh yeah, yeah. And
What was
Zygon,
that?
I think you, unless you're particularly adept at hunting for stuff, maybe that could be. You could think of a cool name.
There's
So we can introduce ourselves.
I look at Borges and I'm like, do you know what? That is the best suggestion you've ever had. And I'll whip out what everyone will notice is a differently coloured notebook, specifically for party names. And they all begin with...
Zygin.
Oh,
Can I just suggest the name does not start with Zygin and...
I throw the book over my shoulder and I'm like, Giselle, what do you expect
Zygon
from me
and
here?
his crew.
Yeah, that's what I want.
It's like in the Funky Bunch.
Someone remembers the previous party name.
Yes. You jumped on that one very quickly, and then everybody was stuck with it. Yeah.
For anyone who wanted to know, it was Loki and the Chimps.
I'm not sure it was universally accepted by everybody in the group,
Well,
but
not really, but
That's
At
exactly
every
how
point-
everyone was
at every point
introduced.
it did stuck.
Loki,
It did
yeah.
stuck.
but it did stick, and it will become known as that band. Anywho, right, okay. So those of you who are going to go doing a bit of hunting gathering, can you all just roll a survival skill check, please?
I think we're all doing it, aren't we? Or...
Yep.
Everyone,
Okay, yeah.
but me.
Nice.
Oh yeah, everyone apart from the bard. Yes. Perhaps you stay behind with Sir Talavar, and he can help you with some names.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's all good. Okay, it's as you scout around. It's actually once you start looking, you find a few things. I'm just going to roll some random. Okay, so who rolled first? Boarheads. After a few bit of, you find a brilliantly coloured sunrise flower, which, when plucked, sheds light like a lantern for 8 hours, and it also tastes like spiced honey.
That sounds delicious.
Kidlet, you are looking around. Oh, you look in the same place as, funnily enough, as Foreheads. You go, look, another one. And you both got a lovely sunrise flower.
I give him a high five.
This better not happen 3 times.
Oh yeah, definite high five.
Oh, who was third? Rukito, randomly, underneath a little bit of, on an old tree stump, you find 3 gingerbread cookies shaped like elves and stacked on a wooden plate. And Giselle, you find a gourd shaped like a plump little dragon.
Wow.
Gourd shaped like a dragon.
Yep, a little dragon. Yes.
A life
You
size.
just go up to the
red
fairy
dragon.
dragon and go, look, it's a you!
If you took them back to Sir Talavar, he may be able to help you if you don't know what they are.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me just try a thing here as well. And I'm going to let you, we'll do some more hunting as well. So these will also count as food, as well as perhaps having some, some other effects. Okay, so again, you hunt a little bit more. More sunflowers? No, we'll worry about that. Oh, this time, Borges, you find a minty 3-leaf clover.
Oh,
And Rukito, you find the same thing. Okay. Kidlats, you find a delicious orange flower that whispers, "Eat me, eat me."
How do I know it's delicious? It's just I ate it without.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. You went, oh, sorry. There's a little patch of them, and they're all just whispering to you, "Eat me."
I'm
No,
delicious.
And who hasn't? Oh, Giselle. You find this time. You find a small, flaky meat pie wrapped in a colourful cloth. So you have some food. If you want to take those back to Sir Talavar, he can probably help you identify what some of those things do.
What was it? A minty flower?
A minty 3-leafed clover.
It's
Yeah.
really clever.
Yeah.
Yep. I would like to go back to Sir Talavar with my sunrise flower and my. It sounds like toothpaste. I think I've picked up early toothpaste here.
Yes.
Early tooth.
Yeah.
Sir Talavar says, "What? Oh, good hunting? Oh, yes, marvelous. Oh, I see. Some sunrise flowers. Aren't they spectacular? They taste great too, by the way. A bit like spicy honey. Delicious. Cookies. They'll be quite safe. Don't worry. Shaped like elves. Yes, definitely safe. You're okay with those. What else did you find?
The meat pie.
The meat pie is a meat pie." And quite delicious too. The gourd. The gourd. Oh, look, it's a little dragon. I do love little dragons. Oh, this is rather special. Well, look, if you eat more than half of this innards, you will get a number. You will suddenly feel a lot healthier for a little while.
Ooh, okay.
So, if out of game, that if you eat half of the gourd's innards, you gain 2d4 plus 2 temporary hit points to add to your hit points.
Temporary. Okay, so it's not
temporary,
a healing potion.
Not a healing potion, no,
Okay.
but it would boost your total hit
stamina.
points. Yeah. And the clover. Yes. Oh, you should try that now, actually, chaps. Try a leaf.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
we'll do that.
Okay. Now. Once you've eaten it, don't say anything. Just think something to each other.
Oh.
I know what I'm
Okay,
thinking.
you might have to stay in the game what you're thinking, because I actually am not telepathic. But see,
I wonder
it's
if I
hard,
can.
isn't it?
How do I? Can I send you a message? Does that work? I don't know how, or is it
Yeah,
not
you can say
particularly
that.
useful?
What you hear, Rukito, is, "Can I send you a message?" in your head. So basically, the two of you can now, anybody who eats one of the leaves can communicate telepathically over a range of 100 feet for the next 8 hours with somebody else who's eating a leaf
Holy.
of the
Oh
plant.
my god.
How do you send the private messages again? Out of game. Sorry. How does
It's
that
like
happen?
/whisper or something.
Oh yeah, /W,
Slash
/W, /W. So yeah,
/W.
nice. Okay. And then it should come up, if you start typing the name, Rikito or whatever, then you should be able to hit on that, and then
It worked.
good use of the whisper. Rikito just suddenly bursts out laughing, everybody, the three of you just like, what?
I'm trying not to feel left out here.
Yeah, he's.
Oh no, wait, I'm not even there. Right.
No, you are, they've come back to you.
Oh, wow.
Are you just pretending that people have thought stuff towards you?
Yeah, I'm like, I see
So-
these two laughing. I'm like,
So yes, amongst these little treats, you also find enough like mushrooms and other bits and berries and a few seeds and those sort of things that will sustain you as a party just for the day. So yeah, you found amongst all the little treats and specialities, there's other food that you've managed to forage quite nicely as well.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, yeah, Zygon, what have you been doing while they've been hunting? They've been gone about an hour actually. So to do
oh
this.
yeah, no, I've literally right. I've been sat here trying to think of a name, but I cannot come up with anything that doesn't start with Zygon. The only thing that I could think of was The Adventurers, because it still it doesn't begin with Zygon, just Z.
Hang on, I just need to put the bird and frog song up a bit here to greet the silence that is met with.
Yeah, no, this is exactly this is all I can suggest to everyone.
The Fellowship of the Watch.
Maybe we just need to keep thinking about it.
Yeah.
I said this very nicely, of course.
That is the absolute final word on that one.
So Talavar pipes in and goes, well, how long have you lot been adventuring together then?
Oh, for a good 8 hours.
6 of them sleeping alone.
Right. Well, I mean, maybe you need a little bit more sort of time together and a few more escapades, perhaps, before you decide on a name. 8 hours is rather soon to be coming up with a name that perhaps might stick forever.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, my thought process was, well, let's just name the most influential people in the groups thus far. So it was just going to be Zygon.
So Sir Talavar and...
Talavar. Yeah, Sir Talavar, Sir Zygon, to be decided, and his fans.
Well, it's a start, Zygon. It's a start, and that's the main thing.
Thank you very much.
Good effort.
Thank you. You're so kind.
I do try. Kindness costs nothing,
Yeah, tell that to these guys.
He turns to you and says, kindness costs nothing,
I'm going to look at you all trying to be like, you've just been told off by the teacher. See, I told you.
Okay, right. So, what do you want to do now?
Let's fucking find the hill.
Yeah, the hill
Looking
of...
down the hill.
Let's fucking find the hill.
Okay, so you're going to head off east this way. I need to reveal some more of the map, don't I? I do indeed. Dun, dun, dun.
Sir Talavar, how long do you think we can get
Well, it depends on whether the swamp's flooded or not, and whether the water's right
Yeah.
again. But I should think 2 or 3 hours walk, and we'll be there.
there? Okay, all right.
Oh,
A bit muddy and boggy, isn't it? So I'm just going to see if this reveal works. Just hold on. I'll reveal this whole portion. You haven't got there yet. Bing.
oh, look at his feet.
That's it.
Oh my
Like a snake.
Feet
There's
to
a,
the
key, there's a keyhole at the top.
Okay, so hold on a second. As you are walking along, you come across a stream. That you just need to wade across.
Okay.
So
That feels.
without making everything like a massive threat, it's not. It doesn't look to be a massive threat to you. Okay.
Oh, okay. I just stride across it then.
Okay, fine. And as you glance down into the stream,
Don't tell
I
me
just
I see
need to
yellow
make
eyes.
you start melting. No, you don't. Okay.
Destroy water, destroy water.
Your adventure ends here.
Okay, so you kind of all go across following Zygon, but Zygon's in the lead because he spoke first. But okay, Zygon, roll a d8.
A D8.
A 1d8, yes. What the hell's going on here? Why can't I see this?
Savant.
Oh, no, okay. That's a bit weird. Hold on.
Doesn't sound good.
No, it would be good if I could actually, for some reason, I cannot scroll down and see this. Hold on. I need
It needs to be
go
between
a...
1 and 4.
That's
Yeah.
the
Oh no,
thing.
you do actually melt.
Hold on. I will go to my other backup section here. Right. Bear with. So you rolled a 7.
Savant.
You see it like a vision as you look down into the water, and you see 2 merrow, which are like merfolk, swim past each other in murky water.
Fuck.
For a minute, you think they're under your feet, but they're not.
Okay. Everyone may or may not have seen me just do like a little like hop. Kind of like a
Yeah. Everybody else roll as you take a step into the water as well. Just roll a d8.
Oh, roll a d8. Right.
4 and a 3.
Oh, did mine not come
Giselle.
through?
Uh,
I'll do it on
No.
this. That probably makes more sense, doesn't it?
a
Okay.
5 and for Kidlat.
Is that, did it roll?
No. There you go.
A 7. So Kidlat, you see the same as Zygon. 2 merfolk swimming past each other in murky water. Read out your other numbers for me. I'm just on another tab here. So you've got 3.
I got 3.
Okay. Rukito, you see a hag with toad-like features relaxing in a pool of water while miniature versions of her ladle the water and pour it over her head and shoulders. Kind of rippling. It looks like it's a image in the water as you kind of glance down and look at it. Who got 4?
I did.
Okay, Giselle, as you step into the water and look down, see a tall, thin figure wearing a pointy black hat and a hooded black cloak, climbing a rickety staircase leading up to a large, ramshackle house built on stilts. As the figure approaches the house, their shadow seems to detach from their body, move across the walls of the house, and crawl through an open window.
Oh.
And somebody got 5. That must be
Yeah,
Warheads.
I got a 5. Yeah.
You see a satyr. Was that the half man, half goat? I think it is.
Ooh.
A satyr whistles to himself as he reclines in a metal cage that dangles off the end of a boom over a lake.
God.
Okay. So you kind of all get a bit thrown by that, but just walk out of the stream and like there appears to be no ill effects But
Okay.
do you do anything with what you see?
I just end up saying, did anyone else just see some horrible old witch in the water?
Don't act like you didn't like it. No, I saw a merman on a bit of a swim, actually.
So did I.
Okay.
Oh, are you sure?
Maybe I misunderstood what it was. If you've seen mer people, maybe that's what they were. I don't know. I
Yeah,
was
you saw what you wanted to see.
saw an old hag get in a bath from mini-me's.
Yeah, that's not what I saw at all, but I don't quite understand. I cannot really explain what I've seen. It was weird.
Can we...
I saw a goat man above a lake.
Very good.
Okay.
It's Sir Talavar who didn't.
Great notes on there.
Didn't say, did you all just have a vision?
This is like the worst guess to ever. I have a goat man hanging above a lake. No.
Yeah, that's a strange mime to do, isn't it? No, I saw like goat man in a cage over a lake. What the hell is that? Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, you all experienced something a bit weird. Sir Talavar says to you, "Oh, yes. That sort of thing happens all the time in the Feywild. You know, sometimes visions of something's going on right now, or maybe sometimes even visions of something that's happened, or possibly something that might happen. Who knows?
Oh my god.
It's
Okay.
the wonder of living in the Feywild.
Quite
Oh, I
wondrous.
cannot wait to get out."
Yep.
Okay, so you can now see ahead of you, rising above the mist, this large hill. Seems to be coming out of the. Just sitting there in the hill. You can't see the feet because it's sitting down at this point.
Okay.
So, yeah, the bottom of the hill is skirted in mist. As you approach it, what do you want to do? Oh, that was spooky music.
Yeah, that was.
That was
Yeah.
really spooky.
Yeah.
I assume that you click on something when that happens every time.
Yeah.
I go,
No, that's just. But I might just go back and see if I do have anything specifically for. No. Oh, hold on, maybe. Okay, it's pretty spooky.
that is creepy.
Creepy. Let's go to the Telemy Hill sound set.
So I'm gonna just say, like, I'm pretty sure we know Borges is Feywild, right?
And Giselle.
And Giselle. Okay. Could you two, by any chance, lead us here?
Be
Because
in the front of the queue.
yeah, because you might at least know like what to say or what not to say or where to go. Or what,
Sure.
you know, maybe just like naturally.
It's been a long time for me, but
Yeah. Yeah, I feel the same, but I'll definitely, we'll walk shoulder by shoulder. I'm
Into the
just
mist.
like half a step behind Giselle. Yeah.
Behind Giselle.
Well,
Jesus,
Yeah,
Sir Talavar is familiar with this, right?
Yeah. So you walk into the mist and and through the mist. It gets a little bit cooler, but before long you walk through the mist, and as you come through the mist, you're greeted by the scent of sweet-smelling fruit. Damp, downy, silvery green moss blankets a gentle upward slope before giving way to a craggy ridge that marks the top of the hill. Dozens of enormous willow trees dot the hillside, swaying as though in a breeze, despite the absence of one.
Ooh. So there's no breeze. That's pretty weird. I can predict the weather.
I love
I can
Borges
predict
trying to
the
be all
weather at my
scientific. There's no breeze. It's kind of
location.
weird.
That's weird.
What's the weather like?
I'm-
Dragon!
I'm going to go full weatherman here. As far as I can tell, that's what this component does. It turns me into a temporary weatherman.
50 foot boys.
We've got to work out why that's not working.
I'll read the bit out.
Can you not copy paste it?
Yeah, I'll do that.
I love that Borges has to explain to us what his spells are.
Yeah, you won't know what a weatherman is, but I can create a tiny harmless sensory effect that predicts the weather, what the weather will be at my location for the next 24 hours. And so it'll manifest as like if it's clear skies, they'll get a golden orb, a cloud for rain, falling snowflakes for snow, and so on, it says.
Okay. Well, you get cloudy and a little bit of rain, and whatever would signify the same kind of weather you've been experiencing so far.
Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. I think I overthought that one. this low pressure is really sunk in. That's what we say.
That's what we say.
Yeah. Among the fur bogs, we get it right in our bones. That's what it is.
Excellent. Yes. Well, okay. But you can confirm that as a forecast, you're not expecting a great deal of wind.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Well, shall we go on then and see if we can find Jingle Jangle?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's carry on.
Okay, so you walk towards the trees. There's a path going up through the trees. As you approach and start walking up the hill, you notice 4 of the trees kind of shake their branches and their boughs and kind of move towards you.
Ooh. Suddenly get a bit wary of the trees.
Yeah.
So Talavar goes,
what is that?
just be polite.
Don't be hasty.
Don't be hasty.
Okay.
Greetings, says one of the trees, and the other 3 trees sort of stop when they get about 10 feet apart from you. These trees two tower over you, but so far they don't appear, other than the fact they're moving trees and they're huge, they don't appear too threatening. What brings you to Telemy Hill?
Well, hello.
Greetings.
What's the name of the person we're looking for? The goblin? What's his name?
Jingle Jangle.
Yeah. We're looking for Jingle or Jangle.
Jingle Jangle. What do you want with her, may I ask?
Well, we need his help, really. Our friend here, Sir Talavar, and I point to the cage, needs his help, his key skills.
You assume Jingle Jangle is a man?
No, I don't assume anything. It can be anything.
That is rather sexist and last century.
Very true. I do apologize. I've been spending the whole day with those guys here, so
Borges offers, or she,
or they.
yeah.
Very good.
So
you need her help with what?
So Sir Talavar here needs his help. Needs his or her help.
Her help.
To open the cage.
I see.
I like
Please.
lean up behind his ear and just go, we need a key.
I'm just staring at Borges, just like, aren't you meant to be the druid here? Like, surely talking with weird plant creatures is. I'm not saying any of this, but I'm just staring at him like, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I feel like heat on the back of my neck. What is that?
It's
I
actually
feel
my
like
fucking breath. I'm that fucking close to you now. I'm like,
Okay, the fun stuff is, I think I'm about to become a song. It's like when you know that you're about to become a meme. It's like, what's happening here? I'm going to take a deep bow in front of these trees. I'm going to say good morning, and
Welcome.
I'm going to say I think we're just on our way up this hill to help our friend get free, if that's okay. Is there anything that we can offer you, perhaps? Some safe passage.
You must assure me you mean no harm to Jingle Jangle. We gave her refuge here. Well, I say we, I mean I, for I am the hill.
oh, shit.
Whole hill.
The whole hill, yes. A hasty name for something that has been in existence for a very long time, but yes.
I whisper in my head to Borges and say,
Yeah.
tell him no harm will come to her.
Fucking idiot.
You haven't said anything.
Yes, clearly we mean no harm to Jingle Jangle. Clearly, that it is implied.
Yeah.
I see you are not a hasty creature either.
No, I
I
too.
appreciate someone who takes their time to formulate their thoughts.
I was wondering if I might offer you a peace gift to show our good intention. It's not going to come up, is it? But
I do not need 30 feet.
it's not. I do not come selling feet again this time. This time,
I already have. Well, actually, my feet are probably about 30 feet long.
I can offer you a seed pod to help your forestation efforts.
30
I assume.
feet
So I can instantly make a flower blossom, a seed pod, open, or a leaf blood bloom.
You've oversold that, haven't you?
I misread.
I misread the instructions on my spellbook.
I was just like, okay, so I'm assuming there's probably flora and fauna around my feet.
Yes.
And I would
flora,
like them
yes.
just to open. The flowers are just going to blossom as a kind of sign that I'm one of the Fae and I'm a druid, and we're nice people.
The tree, a small smile appears on all of the four trees that are around you, and a little shudder kind of goes up through their trunks and down to the end of their branches.
I can do that at will, you know.
Yeah. So I see. Me too. But it is me, and I can do what I like. But I appreciate the gesture. So you say you mean no harm. Make sure that is so. I shall be watching and listening to all that transpires. Poor Jingle Jangle has had a very rough time in the last few days. She is not well. She was attacked.
Ooh.
And is recovering up in her cave at the top of the hill there. So while she recovers, I am determined to protect her from further harm. She is a good sort.
That's good to know. As you can tell, we do not get into fights. So.
I again whisper to George's into Borges's head, saying, "Do you know who attacked?"
Who attacked Jingle Jangle?
I love
Perchance.
he has to say it slightly differently in case like as if it was his idea.
Well, I was slightly nervous because they looked like him, and they pointed Giselle.
Well, there's no need to. There's no need
I
to
can
do that
see
kind of thing.
perhaps that you are not one of those brigand band
We
members.
bumped into them, actually.
No, absolutely not. No.
You have met them,
Yes.
and did you let them go?
For our own safety.
We don't like fighting.
No.
We turned them on their way by tricking them and went on
Right.
our way in peace. That's what we do. We try and avoid the fight. We know the crew. Yep, I've got that one from Rikito there. But
Well-
I think it's not very proper of you or on at all that you've typecasted our friend Giselle and seem to be stop
I was
searching
spinning
him
it. I was
based
spinning
on
it.
his
to be honest,
race. So that's not cool, Mr. Hill.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean no offense. However, the brigands are of the Herongon race. And they are, to my knowledge, the only Herongons here. All belong to the band of that black-hearted Algon Longscarf. A pity you let them just get away, but who knows? Maybe
Oh, yeah.
if Jingle Jangle is able to help, your gift could be, well, maybe to sort out and seek recompense from those who harmed her. Anyway, I will leave that to you and her. You may pass. And the trees kind of slide back away from you. And the path opens up.
I keep following Borges, although I'm very aware that he's not really taking on this responsibility of being the druid of the Fae. It seems like Rukito, who's been just staring into the back of Borges' head very intently the whole time. I suspect that he's really the one leading. So I'm going to be one behind Rukito here.
Okay. So Talavar says, "My gracious thanks to you, Telemy, the great and magnificent hill. Thank you for your safe passage and for aiding me. I shall not forget to mention your assistance to Titania in the summer court when I return." And the trees kind of bow slightly, but they do sort of follow at a distance. You notice kind of they close in behind you as you start, I'm assuming, walking up the hill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do indeed walk up the hill all the way to the top where the tree line, the trees end, and it becomes a little bit more rocky and a bit more jagged until
Going at the back, by the way, yeah. Making myself discreet.
you're at the back.
Yeah, I'm going at the back.
Okay, fine. Okay. So, what you'd find as you get to the top of the hill is a doorway shaped like a keyhole. Now, I'm wondering whether we leave it there because it's 10 o'clock before we enter into this point. And we'll try and get going, see how we do, but we'll see if we can get... It's a reasonable place to stop. Or...
I think that's
Yeah.
It's reasonable. There's a, you don't want to rush anything. Here,
no,
so.
bit of suspense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
sounds good.
Yeah. Fine. Okay. Sounds good. Let's do that.
Cool. I'm going to reread all of my spells.
George,
Excellent.
it's fine. It's one of those things. It's like, how do you? This is sometimes why when you've got new players, you need to start at first level. Once you understand, a lot of DMs will start now, I think, at third level characters, but you kind of have to know how to read a character sheet, how to understand it, and it takes time. And I hope I'm not sounding condescending. It just takes time to get to know what a character can do, and you need to experience a range of actions and events in order to kind of get a feel for the character. So it's fine. This is why I will also prompt, and why I'm sure Cam will and Stefan will prompt at some point, going, maybe you can do one of these things or that things, just while you get to know the character. As time goes on, your characters get much more competent and much more complex, and obviously you then do really need to know what they do, and then you feel like you can role play them better as well, because you have a really, this isn't just directed at you, George, it's everybody.
I wouldn't guarantee that I will become more competent. I would say it's not a linear progression.
No,
it's not guaranteed.
You definitely will, and you'll get a much better affinity for the character, and then you can you can take it in ways that you want to take it. And I think, but Cam and Stefan, but that fourth level where your other characters are, you start becoming actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's it starts getting quite interesting there, and you've really been able to choose a different path to go down, and you can kind of start seeing how you're becoming that kind of adventurer that you kind of imagined you were at first level. So don't worry about the whole thing. It's hard to role play a character when you're getting to know the character. So yeah. And you should all watch. You should definitely all watch The Legend of Vox Machina on Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
it's good. It's good. It's the Critical Role guys, and they're quite short, and they run like a D&D. It's kind of like, it's quite like you're not going to get huge amounts of subplot. It's all quite D&D like, but it's very funny and very violent. And there's a good bard in it.
Good! I'd love to know what one of them
needs a good bard.
Yeah,
we don't have one.
A barbarian and various other things. Barbarian's got very good. At one point, there's barbarians just like, I need to rage, and I was just like, yeah, that's Stefan's character.
Yeah.
The other guy. So yeah, give it a watch. It's good fun. Anywho, all right, guys.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Right.
See you next week.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Bye. COVID free, everybody. Okay.
The Artificers cast are George, who plays Borges, a Furbolg druid, Stefan, who plays Jazal, a Harengon monk, Nicole, who plays Kidlat, a Tabaxi rogue, Rupert, who plays Rukito, a Dwarven fighter, Cam, who plays Zygin, and Asimar Bard. And finally there's me, Hamish, the DM, who just tries to make sense of whatever the hell they get up to. In our games, we use Sirenscape for all the sounds, we use Roll20 for the VTT, we use D&D Beyond for the character sheets, source books, adventures, and we use Beyond 20 to stitch D&D Beyond to Roll20. Thanks for joining us on this journey. Hope you're enjoying it as much as we are. We'll catch you next time. See you then.